morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. While I see attendees joining in, for the benefit of time, we would like to begin the session. I welcome you all on the AI in Oracle Fusion HCM webinar that Mastic is hosting. And today, we have two speakers with us. So I would like to introduce myself first. So I'm Vishnu Priya, Senior Director and Oracle HCM Practice Leader for Mastic. With me, I've got Rahul Salot, who's a solution architect role, who's playing a solution architect role with us for North America region, expertise in ORC, talent, compensation, and benefits modules. And with me on the panel, I've got Vidya Raju, who's our global solution leader for HCM. Moving ahead. So in today's session, the objectives. So, why are we all here? What do we want to understand? Is first understand what AI is. So after this webinar, we hope you have enough information on what AI is, what you should be doing as an organization to ensure you are on the journey of AI. What are the investments that you would have to have? Are there any investments? What are the prerequisites? And then why you have to get onto AI. So what are the benefits? What can you expect out of AI? So that would be the high level objectives once we finish the webinar, which we hope you're able to answer these questions. So before we actually get on to, could we just have a quick poll to understand how much do we know about AI today? So you could see a poll screen. Request you to kindly answer the poll. Thank you so much. We will now close the poll and get on with our session. So quickly moving on to the introduction to AI. Rahul, could we go next? Thanks. So before we get on to perspectives and versions of AI and what does Oracle offers in AI, let's understand what AI is and what is the major difference between a classic AI and a generative AI. So AI is replica of a human intelligence through various algorithms, through various rules that we can define, so that we are able to embed this intelligence into the software that we have to have greater deal of benefits. So AI is progressing faster, and there has been various versions of AI. So the classic AI basically talks about what happens with the existing data. So there are certain predefined rules, there are certain algorithms that is defined. Based on these rules, algorithms, machine learning languages are used to ensure certain statistical algorithms are in place. So through these mechanisms and with the data that is available, the AI helps to address specific tasks that are like predictions, grouping, clustering, classifications, through which then we are able to make informed decisions and thus help faster progression towards our tasks. So this is one set of AI. The other set of AI, which is called as generative AI, is more like our brain. You know how our networks are? It's called as neural network, where this AI is used to generate new content or new data. So this AI basically learns the patterns or understands how the response should be. So there are various methods, like, you can use prompt engineering, you can use NLPs to develop these responses, which are generative in nature, which are created something new. So this generative AI is more usable for situations where we want to bring creative outcomes, want to create something different. It could be text, images, music, presentations, anything that we would want. So these are the major two classifications. And Oracle also has both classic AI and Gen AI. So in the next slide, let's see how Oracle has progressed. So in the early or the second half of 2022, Oracle or the chat GPT was launched. The open AI was launched, which was a conversational AI. I'm assuming most of us would be very familiar with chat GPT. In the first half of uh, 2023, Oracle started progressing and trying to see how they can embed. And in second half of 2023, Oracle launches a Gen AI preview. So they gave a journey. And through that journey, in the first half of 2024, we now already have 50 use cases that are live in Oracle Fusion apps. And these are also extensible Gen AI features, meaning I could use this and create custom Gen AI applications. The proposed plan for the next half of this year and the following year is to create more than two dozen additional use cases just in HCM and supply chain in 2024, whereas covering more than 100 use cases across various tracks by 2025. So that's a high level journey of how Oracle has progressed. And we see that between 2023 second half and first half of 2024, there's a drastic progression, and the progression is even more faster in the following years. So then how do we ensure we are there? What do we need? What does it cost? So Oracle's embed AI. So Oracle is embedding the AI features, both the classic and the Gen AI. So this is split. So the classic is called as embed AI in Oracle terms, and generative AI is called as Gen AI. Now this is on the Oracle's architecture of OCI. So which means and it sits on Fusion SaaS. So which means there's no additional license that is required. So whatever license we have that you would have purchased to implement your ERP systems, the same license would be sufficient to enable AI features. Couple of points to note is all the generative AI features that we've seen is only on the Redwood UI. So then the adoption of Redwood UI is also important for the aspect that we move on with generative AI features. And as I said, the embed or the classic AI heavily depends on what data we have in order to give right predictions, in order to give quality recommendations. It is important to maintain historical profile data. So Oracle recommends, for example, for core HR talent, we should at least have 12 months data. So either you should be live for 12 months, or if you're just going live, you at least load 12 months production data. For recruiting, it is 6 months. Of course, these things would vary as we progress towards various new features that Oracle would be announcing. So with this, I will now hand it over to Rahul Sulot, the speaker for us today, who will detail us on every use case and benefit and what you can expect out of every feature. Over to you, Rahul.
Thank you, Vishnupriya. So, hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, as Vishnupriya already explained, so Oracle has broadly categorized its AI for HCM into two categories. One is embedded AI, which is the first one that we are going to cover, and then the later part is going to be generative AI. So, embedded AI is an artificial intelligence or kind of assistant to the HRs, employees, managers who will act on the data which is already existing in the system. So it will give you future predictive insights. Employees will get career advice. They will get to know how they can grow their career and move into future roles. So the first benefit that embedded AI is proposing is around skill management. So as employees, they get to track their skills in real time. But not only that, AI will also suggest that what should be the future skills that they should take up in order to grow in their career journey. So let's cover the first benefit and the use cases that embedded AI has to offer around skills and other benefits of it. So it not only focuses on the employees or the internal employees of the organization, it also focuses on the candidate experience. So our first use case or benefit that uh, embedded AI has to offer is around advising skills to the candidates based on their profile, the resume that matches with the job on which they are interested to apply on. Now, across each of these use cases that I'm going to cover today, we also have a master point of view on what it would take for your organization to take up a particular AI functionality. So on the right hand side, you will see point of view where we have classified the features and the use cases into four categories. One is the impact level, that by enabling any of the AI functionalities that we are covering today, how it will impact your business process and the organization, whether it needs any kind of enablement or it comes auto-enabled, whether it needs any kind of configuration that needs to be done in the backend to make sure that it works as intended. And then lastly, is it a quick win, or is it something that is going to give you benefits in the long term? Okay. So particularly going back to this feature for skill advisor for candidates, as I said, it will advise the candidates based on their profile on the job that they're applying. It will match up the data between the two objects, and then it will advise that, okay, as a candidate, these are the skills that you should focus on for this particular job that you're applying on. It is pretty simple to enable, and the impact level of it is low in the near term, but yeah, it will definitely enhance the candidate experience. Going to the next one is a skill advisor for job requisition. So the first one was advising the candidates that what skills they should take up or should be there for that particular job requisition. On this one, system is going to advise the hiring managers or the recruiters who are initiating to create the job requisition in the system. There it will suggest that, okay, based on a particular job data and job description data, which skills should be relevant for this job opening that they are creating right now. Again, pretty simple to enable. Minimal configuration is required to enable this, and it will definitely enhance the job requisition process for hiring managers and recruiters over the process. Moving on to the next one. Uh, the next one is skill advisor for job profiles. So as talent administrators, nowadays, almost all of our customers are using model profiles to make sure that the job description and other things get defaulted on the recruiting side, and also on the talent side, employees are able to do a fit gap analysis of their career path compared to the role they are currently in. So on those job profiles, the skill advisor will uh, look at the data of that profile and also suggest that which skills should be added to this job model profile, so that you as an HR administrator does not have to figure out on your own that, okay, which skills should be mapped to each of these job profiles, because there could be tens and tens of job profiles, right? So with this skill advisor, it will act as a helping hand where you can define the skills relevant to any job profile. Again, the impact level is low, since it is going to assist your HR administrators only, and then it does need enablement and some bit of configuration to get this working. Going to the next one, this is a skill advisor for gigs. So gigs was a recent addition a couple of releases ago in the recruitment module, where instead of creating an entire job opening and posting it on the career sites, you can just create a gig which can be internal to your organization, and where employees can go and sign up for it. So while creating any gig, there also system will give you skill recommendations based on the gig description and based on the job that you're creating the gig for. Similar to the previous ones, the impact of it in your business process is going to be low, so it's not going to disrupt it completely. It is still going to work the way you intended to. And yes, it does need, again, a minimal bit of configuration and enablement. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Again, one more feature which is going to be really helpful for learning administrators this time. So again, something that is improving the backend and the backend processes and data management. So whenever a learning administrators is going to create a course, they are able to define a prerequisite and a outcome of it. So once an employee has gone through a learn course and they have completed it, then you can define outcomes for it. It can be a certification or it can be also a skill. Okay. So again, utilizing skill advisor functionality. Here system is going to suggest that, okay, if someone is finishing this course completely, then which skills should be ideally added to their profile as an outcome of the learn course. Uh, Impact level is low because it is not going to disrupt your process. It is only suggesting that, okay, these are the skills which can be applied to this learn course. The same thing you can do it on your own as well. However, this is going to act again as a helping hand, which will help you in deciding which skills are relevant for a learn outcome for that particular course. Uh, Yes, it does need enablement and configuration behind the scenes, but not of too much complexity. And it is going to be a quick win for all the learning administrators. Okay, going to the next one. This was a really big enhancement in 1 or 2 releases ago, where Oracle released something called a Skill Center. So Skill Center is like a one-stop shop for an employee and also for a manager, where they can go and see all the skills that they currently have for the job they are assigned to, the skills that they are working on right now, that they are working to develop, that they are working to gain. And then it is also going to suggest you other skills that an employee should take up uh, for improving their career path. So if someone is in a current role right now, system is going to compare that with the model profile data and your employee's job role as well, job profile data. And then it will suggest that, okay, apart from the skills that you are currently having or currently pursuing, here are other different set of skills that you should take a look into. So this is going to help the employees in managing their skills. And similarly, as you can see on the next screenshot over here, this is the dashboard from the manager view, where managers can see that, okay, which employees are the top achievers of core skills, which employees are the bottom achievers of core skills, and it is also going to give them a quick snapshot on where their team members stand with achieving the core skills versus role skills. And then as managers, you can also uh, assign and allocate and suggest skills to your direct reports so that they can take it up and work on developing their careers. The impact level of this is low, so it is not going to disrupt your business process. It is only going to act as an advantage to it. Uh, yes, there is a need to enable it, and there is a minimal bit of configuration also required in order to utilize it. Okay. So the first use case that we covered is around skills and learning. Now, the second use case that we are going to cover is around smart matching, which is going to be more focused around the recruitment module. So here it is going to enable your recruiters to take quick decisions and also going to give them quick suggestions that, okay, these are the candidates that you should look at, or even as candidates, it's going to really improve the candidate experience by uh, reducing their clicks and also giving them information that they would need while applying on the jobs. So let's look at the second use case, that is smart matching for enhancing candidate recommendations. The first one is activate time to hire. Uh, this is going to take up all your past activity that has been done in the system in the recruitment module and predict that, okay, in future when you're opening a new requisition, how much time it would take for you to hire someone on that requisition. So that is the time to hire functionality. And also just referencing one of the points that we mentioned initially, that recruitment system needs to be live for a couple of months for some of the functionalities to work. This is one of those functionalities where once your data starts getting built up in the system and the machine learning model gets trained, it will start predicting accurately that, okay, in future, how much time it is going to take for hiring someone on a particular requisition by location and by job titles. The impact level is again marked as low since it's not going to disrupt your regular day-to-day processes. You would have to enable this feature, but like it's just a pretty straightforward configuration enablement. And once it is enabled, then it will start gathering data and start giving you predictions. The next one is similar candidates. So again, once you have a good amount of candidate data in the system will start giving you suggestions that, okay, if you like this one candidate, here are 30 other candidates who are similar to this candidate profile. So that instead of you going and searching it in your candidate database, in your candidate pools, those candidates are going to be right in front of you on that requisition as a suggestion that if you are liking this profile, then why not look at some other profiles that are already there in the database. This will like improve the shortlisting process and also save on time for you having to go to each candidate one by one, looking at their profiles and then discarding the profiles that you don't like and those steps, right? So this is going to be boosting the productivity of hiring managers and recruiters during the shortlisting process. Uh, Once the AI functionality for recruitment has been enabled, this particular feature need not be specifically enabled. It's going to be enabled in the bundle itself. And there is just a minimal bit of configuration required to get this working. And so we have also marked it as a quick win since it can improve your business process in a great way. And then once you find out similar candidates, you can also start taking actions on those candidates by mapping them to this current requisition that they're already on, or you can also start mapping them to other different requisitions if you feel they are suitable elsewhere and take other actions on those candidates. So the next one is suggested candidate. So do not confuse yourself. The first one was similar candidates where you are looking at one good candidate and then system is suggesting similar good candidates like that first one. Suggested candidates is going to compare the candidate's profile data with the job requisition and give you recommendations that, okay, these are the suggested candidates that you should first take a look at. Okay, so as in, let's say if on a job requisition there are 50 or 100 candidates that they that have been applying to that job requisition, system will filter out those 100 candidates and give you the top suggestions that, okay, first, why don't you take a look at these candidates, shortlist them, and then take a look at rest of the candidates. So that is the suggested candidate feature. Again, minimal configuration, and it is going to be a quick win for recruiters and hiring managers in the shortlisting process. Once you like a candidate, you can start adding that candidate as a prospect to the requisition, or you can also dismiss it if you don't like the suggestion that the system has given, and then it starts learning based on that. Next one is going to be similar jobs. So this is a candidate facing functionality where if I'm a candidate on the career site browsing through the jobs and I am interested in one particular type of jobs or kind of jobs, then system will also suggest similar jobs of that kind. So this is going to help your candidates in navigating through many job postings that you might have on the career site and making sure that they pick the one which is most relevant to their interest. Okay. Uh, Again, configuration is required to enable the feature, and it is going to be a quick win so that your candidates have a better experience on the career sites. With that, let me go to the third use case, which is going to be around the talent management, where more focus towards employees and how they can grow their careers, and also helping the organization and the HR team find suitable successors in the event of a succession plan going on. So let's look at the third use case. The first one is suggested jobs. So under suggested jobs, when I am a candidate, I upload only a resume and I do not wish to still apply on a job. I am just providing my resume to check that, okay, where can my resume fit in the list of job requisitions. Just by uploading that, it can suggest some requisitions to the candidate based on their resume data and the profile data, and then they can decide on that where they want to apply. So once that resume has been uploaded, it will give the suggestion of the job requisitions in this manner, and then I can choose to apply to any of the desired ones here on the career site. So again, this is elevating the candidate experience a lot, and it is basically making it easy for them to apply, right? So the main focus when we design a system for the candidates is that we don't want them to drop off from the career site, and also we want them to feel that it's very easy to interact with the company, and the company is also giving them valuable inputs based on what their current profile is. So this is truly enhancing the candidate experience and making sure that they really get a good feel about the company that they are aspiring for. The impact level again is low, and there is some bit of configuration required to get this feature to the candidates. And once it is enabled, it's going to be a great win in the candidate experience journey. The next one is more focused towards internal employees of the organization. So as part of career development, employees can go and look up that what are the future roles that they can take up in the organization. And here they will get recommendations about the future roles that are available, matching to their current employee profile in the system. So it will go and compare the education, experience, their skill set, competencies, and all of that data will be compared with the model profiles data, and system will give the personalized recommendations to the employees that, okay, these are the careers which you should look at for enhancing your career path. It will also give a recommendation strength over there that how strongly their employee profile is matching with the job profile, so that as an employee get to know that, okay, which ones should I focus on first, or which ones should I explore more in order to take up the next role in the career. The impact is again low, since it is not going to impact the business process and the day-to-day functioning of the organization. And there will be configuration required. And once it is enabled, your employees will start getting these insights on their future paths. The next one is around succession planning, where if you have a incumbent succession plan or a job-based succession plan, and there are some candidates inside it already. However, here system will recommend you additional candidates that, okay, based on the job for which you are planning right now for a successor, here are some recommended candidates already in the database that you might want to look at, right? So pretty straightforward feature and going to be really helpful in your succession planning process in the organization. So with that, I have covered the embedded AI use cases. So again, embedded AI is where you are getting system suggestions and recommendations based on the data that was already present in the system. Now we are going to look at the next one, which is generative AI. So generative AI, not to complicate it too much, but it is a bit like chat gpt that you are using it in day-to-day use cases right now, where you type a few suggestive words to the interface and then it will give you the desired output. There are ample of use cases around generative AI, and we will again go through each one of those one by one, starting with the first one, which is more focused around candidate management and how you can improve the career site experience and the development process of your career sites. Uh, so the first one is going to be AI enabled candidate experience. This is AI functionality, which is going to be really useful when you are starting your new implementation or you are thinking about enhancing your career site that is already live. So on the career site, there is something called as job categories, which are like job families, such as finance, administrative, and those things. Uh, Now, what AI can do is AI can generate category tiles for you on the career site, so that whenever any candidate is browsing through the career site, they can just click on a category tile saying that show me jobs which are in finance, and it will give you that list of finance jobs. Now, with this AI feature, what you can do is you can generate some introductory text for that particular job category. So while building your career site, all you need to do is you need to tell the system that, okay, what is the job category that you are planning to put in on the career site, such as client success, client sales, and then it will develop a brief introduction about that job category page on the career site, so that whenever a candidate is clicking on it and going inside the list of jobs for that job category, they get some kind of a background on what that category is about, and then they are not just blindly going and looking at a list of jobs, right? So this is what the AI is going to help you in building the career site. The next functionality is around AI job fit. So again, one of the features which came out recently and really helpful for the candidates to understand that how is their profile matching up with the requisition that they're applying on. So what it basically does is it gives ratings to the candidates here. If you see on the corner, where based on my profile and my resume, system is comparing it with the job requisition and giving a suggestion to the candidate or an indication to the candidate that how well their profile is suited for a particular requisition. Uh, Pretty simple to enable, and once it is there, it will enhance the candidate experience a lot. So all of these small features that we are seeing right now around candidate and employee experience, it all adds up, right? So if you just look at it in isolation, the feature might just seem to be pretty small, but once you start adding up all of these features together, it truly alleviates the candidate and the employee experience. Going to the next one is adding a work summary using AI Assist. So work summary is again one of the new sections that were introduced recently for candidates to provide a brief of maybe 5 to 6 lines about their career journey so far in the job requisition that they're applying for. Now, while providing the work summary, all they need to do is they just can provide their resume, and based on the resume, system can generate a work summary for them that they can utilize while applying on the job. And of course, so system is only going to give them a suggested work summary, but they will always have the option to make modifications to it before they add it to their job profile. The next one is around providing answers to candidate questions using AI Assist. So again, whenever a candidate is interacting with the career site and they're on a job requisition, or they're just browsing through about the company and they have some questions around it. Now, there has to be someone to answer those questions. Otherwise, as a candidate, their experience is going to be very much faded, where they don't get the right response. And they could email the recruiter, but the recruiter may not have the time to go and answer each query and each question, right? So what AI Assist for answering candidate questions can do is you can just provide a brief about the company, about the job requisition, and then based on that, AI will be able to take up most of the questions from that data and respond back to the candidates without any intervention required from the recruiters. This is going to basically free up the recruiters from taking up phone calls and answering day-to-day generic questions which most candidates have about the company or about a particular type of job, so that they can focus on the important areas of the shortlisting processes or growing the candidate database. And also on the candidate side, it's always going to give them a feeling that yes, my questions are getting answered and there is someone who can give me more clarity about the company and about the job role on which they are applying. So definitely a huge quick win that you would get out of this functionality. And there is some bit of configuration that is required to get this enabled. But once it's out there, then the advantages of it are endless. So that was the first use case that we were looking at. Now, diving on to the next one, which is going to be around empowering the career growth of your employees through insights. The first one is going to be AI assistance in goal creation. So, as an employee, when it is time for a goal setting process, uh, we always see that employees don't put in a good amount of description on the goals, or they don't title their goals properly, and they are not as enthusiastic about adding the goals during the goal setting process, right? So this is going to make their lives easy, and they all they need to do is that they just give some keywords to the AI, and then AI will use AI Assist to generate the goal data for them. So it will generate a goal title and a goal description for that suggested goal. It is going to be also available for both managers and workers. So when managers are giving goals to their direct reports, even managers can use this. So managers don't have to spend a lot of time on thinking on about what they should write for the goal. Instead of that, they should just type in some keywords with the idea that they have in mind for the goal, and system will generate the goal details automatically for the manager. With that, they can focus their energies and time on the important areas of their business functions. So definitely a quick win that is going to help you in driving engagement for employees and managers. And it does require some bit of enablement to get this working. The next one is AI assistance in job and position profile creations. So we were talking about model profiles a while ago, where on the model profiles in the job profile, the system can suggest you the right set of skills that are relevant for the job profile, right? In continuation to that, using AI Assist, you can just type in some keywords on what this job profile is about, and it will automatically generate a profile description and profile responsibilities automatically for you. So instead of you having to think about what should the paragraphs be for the job description, for the job responsibilities, you just type in some keywords and give it a name to the model profile, and system will do the rest for you. And here the main idea for the system is just to assist you. It is not going to finalize the job profile data and save it. You will get the opportunity to make edits to it, or maybe change your keywords to generate a better paragraph outcome using the AI assist functionality. Now going to the next one, which is going to help your managers, employees while they're going through their performance lifecycle journey by again saving some time on performance evaluations and providing feedbacks to the employees. So the first one is around requested feedback. uh, when someone has requested a feedback about themselves from you, and you are giving a response to it, again you can use AI assist to generate a response out of some of the keywords that you would type, and it will give a proper outcome of that keyword. So you don't have to type in the full paragraph on your own, and it's going to assist you in completing that feedback form. And similarly, the next one is AI assistance for giving feedback. So whenever you want to give feedback upfront to any of the coworkers and colleagues, at that time as well, you can use the AI assistive feedback, so that you just type the keywords, and then AI assist will fill out the rest for you. And of course, you will get the chance to modify or redo the feedback that the system has generated, but it will always give you a starting point and some ideas on how your feedback should look like. Okay, going to the next one. This feature is particularly going to be useful for manager evaluations, where during the performance cycle, there is a section for overall summary, and also there are sections for competencies where managers have to go and provide their rating and also provide their comments. So managers will be able to utilize the AI assist functionality to generate a overall summary out of the other ratings and other comments that you have given across the performance document. And looking at all of that data, manager will be able to generate an automatic overall summary that they can utilize to provide feedback to the employee. Going to the next one, where this is around the Celebrate module. So in Celebrate module, there is a functionality to send out messages to your group of employees. Uh, so using AI assist, you can maybe just type the intent of the message or maybe the subject line of the message, and based on that, system will generate the email content for you. So very similar on what we do right now in ChatGPT on a day-to-day basis, where we ask ChatGPT to generate email contents for us. Similar to that, here it is going to help you in generating email contents that you might want to publish to your employee base in the system. The next one is around surveys. So as part of Journeys, recently there was a survey functionality introduced wherein you can release a survey to a group of employees, where you can get the pulse of the team or of the larger organization. And here AI Assist is going to help you in creating the survey and also making sure that you get your questions right when you are creating surveys for your team and the company. So you would again just type in some keywords, and based on that, AI Assist will be able to suggest you the right framed question that you should include in your survey. Again, yes, configuration and enablement is going to be required for this, And once it is enabled, it is going to alleviate the manager experience while creating those surveys and releasing to their team members. Now, I will move on to my last use case, which is going to be around, again, recruitment module and alleviating the recruiter's experience. So the first one is around generating job descriptions. So this one, I believe many of you might have uptaken as a functionality. If not, it's really going to be useful for your hiring managers and recruiters to generate job descriptions when they're creating requisitions. So all they need to do is just type in some keywords and system will generate the job description, responsibilities, qualifications for you for that particular new job opening that you're working on. The next one is going to be generative AI for paragraph elements. So going back to our career site configuration. So when you're developing a career site, there you might want to put in some text about the company or do some information about life at this company or some company benefits or employee benefits, right? So here you can just type in some keywords and then AI will help you in providing that paragraph that you should keep about your company or about the jobs that there are going to be on the career site to give you as a content on it. So with that, I have completed all the use cases that are there in Oracle. It is covering almost all the modules where Oracle has implemented the AI part of it, and it's really going to alleviate the employee, manager, and HR experience throughout the business process. With that, I will hand it over to Vishnu Priya again to cover how we can help you in your AI journey.
Thank you, Rahul. That was, fantastically explained clearly. Benefits for the recruiters, candidates, employees, managers. So I think that's a lot more to expect from Oracle AI. Before we get on to what's going to be our approach, could we just have a quick poll now, which, if I would request all the attendees to answer the poll question. This will help us to understand how we have fared and, what we can do better in the next session. So could we have the poll on, please? So a couple of seconds there for you to answer that. 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. I hope each of you have polled. Thank you so much. We're good to close the poll now. So let's move on to see. So we've seen what classic AI means, what that is the embed AI in Oracle terms, what Gen AI means, and what is it for us as business, right? So now, how do we go about this journey and how Mastic can help you go about this journey? So what we follow is a phased AI implementation approach. So for customers who are already on Oracle ERP, you've implemented, you've been live a couple of years, or you've been live for, let's say, 6 months, and you want to get on with this AI journey. So this needs to go hand in hand. So the first phase is going to be a plan phase, because as we saw, there are various AI features that requires a lot of prerequisite in terms of data, in terms of profiles, creations, and an assessment in terms of how well it can benefit you as an organization. So the first week would be to more plan what are the system accesses that we have, what are the documentations that we have shared, the high level overview, look at what are the available prerequisites. So we do a set of validations, and submit a validation report saying these are the features that you should be looking at, which are like immediate for you to see benefits. These are going to take some time, or this probably you should hold on until you get on to using a particular feature within the module that's already implemented, right? So that will be the first week, which is the planning week. The second week would be design week, where we would enable those AI features, make necessary changes to the configuration workbook and share that. Third week, which is a very important week, it's a third phase. It's a 3-week process where we orchestrate. So this is the key phase where enabling the AI feature is very simple, but then just to test and assess if the AI feature is giving the actual recommendation, because AI always has its risk. So this 3 weeks period is to understand if the AI feature is working as expected. Can we fine tune the outcome of this AI? What do we need to do that? Test the entire thing, explain the key users about this, and do a UAT. And the last 2 weeks, which is a transition phase, would be performing these changes on the production environment with the support of 1 week. Also share a deployment guide as an outcome of that particular phase. So if you look at this, this is a 7 week phase, whereas the next one, what we do is more detailed on the next slide, where we also include the configurations that is required. So in the previous phase, we only assess if you have the necessary prerequisites, and for whatever features you have, we enable. But in this approach, which is the second approach that we take, we also do necessary prerequisite setup. So for example, if you have to have migration of 12 months data, 6 months data, and if you have that production data, we will help you migrate those content, create talent profiles or model profiles of job position, all the profiles of talent, to ensure that the AI is working fine. The rest of the phases remains the same. So if you look at it, the design phase is a little exceeded by, so it's 1 week more, and orchestrate again is 1 week more, because we will also have to test all the migrated data and ensure that all of the outcomes are right. So these are the two packages that in Mastech, how we approach for AI enablement for our customers. So feel free to reach out to us in case if you'd like to understand more. There is also a lot of work going ahead on how do we build custom AI applications that we can integrate with Fusion of Oracle. So if you'd like to understand more about it, please reach out to us. So with this, I think we can open up for any Q&A. You can put in your questions, or probably if the moderator can help us, unmute yourself and ask any questions that you may have. Great. Since we have no questions, I think I would like to end the session here. Thank you all for joining. You should get your recording of this webinar and the deck shared with you. So it'll reach your inbox. Also, please do share feedback in detail, which would be sent to you on emails. Thank you, Rahul, for conducting. Thank you, Vidya, for staying on panel with us. Thank you all. Have a nice day.